So we're going to kind of talk about the running back committee they got 4 of them here. Obviously, Charlie Offerdahl is, he's worked his way up. He's been there. He's, the underdog really, but he's worked his way up. You got Michael Welch, the young kid. You got Brendan Hood, and you got Isaiah Augusta. Break this committee down. Who do you see really making an impact in Colorado's run game this season?
Well, look, Offerdahl is an absolute stud of a player. All right, Charlie is an animal. He can do everything you ask him to do. He can pass protect. He can play the pass game. He's very reliable out of the backfield. Is he the best of the 4? No, from an athletic standpoint, but he's probably the best player of the 4. Just an overall bad motherfucking football player, and that's what he is. He's just a badass. So I love Charlie's story. Charlie made me eat crow, and I love it, bro. Like, I'll serve that shit up with barbecue sauce. But Charlie and his father sat in my office years ago. We want to play D1 Power 5, and I was like, it's going to be a stretch. It's going to be tough. He's probably going to have to walk on, and he's been nothing but just a worker. And he walked on and earned it. And I wouldn't be surprised if he's not only your leader in that room, but a guy that they lean on a lot. I like Augusta. He's young, but he's explosive, and he's big. He's a big ass running back, and he wears the deuce. And every time I play with CU on NCAA, I make a point to put him in because that deuce reminds me of Chris Brown. So, like Chris Brown wore the deuce back in the day when I played there, and Chris is a great friend, and Chris was a massive running back, man. I remember when Chris was transferring to CU from Northwestern wanted to move him to linebacker, and he was like, nah, I'm going to go with Gary to CU, and he transferred to CU, and just that running back room, when I was there, especially my sophomore, junior seasons, or my sophomore, my redshirt junior season, I broke my leg my junior year. But sophomore year, it was Cortland Johnson and Bobby Purify and Chris Brown and Marquisha Houston. And then, my junior year, when I broke my leg and I got to just watch in redshirt, unfortunately, Purify and Chris, that's when Chris went for 2,000 yards and won Big 12 Player of the Year. And we had Brian Calhoun that year, and he really emerged. And then, it reminds me of a very deep backfield like that in Boulder right now. So I like the Hayden kid. I think he can be a really, really good player, and he's going to get a ton of run as well. The Michael Welsh kid's young. We'll see what he brings to the table. He's got to get carries. There might not be enough footballs in Boulder, though, this year. Let's be real. I mean, the passing game is going to be an absolute top 5 passing game in the country, and it's going to be, look, I've been saying this. How long have I been saying the offensive line is going to be much improved? The running game is going to be a way better. How long have I been saying it? And it is going to be. They are going to hammer the rock. They're going to be way more physical in the trench. And I'm telling you, bro, there's going to be zero fuck around when they last year was embarrassing trying to run the football. Two fucking yards a carry. I mean, that's ridiculous. So I really think that the University of Colorado this year is going to get back to their grassroots, where when we can run the football and assault you, we are really, really good in Boulder. And that's the way it's been throughout history, and I think that's the way it'll be this year. When Shedeur Sanders doesn't have to do everything, he's going to be able to do anything. And I'm telling you, watch out for this. It's going to be a 4, maybe 5-headed monster. Don't forget about all the X and Z reverses and fly sweeps and the little touch passes to Travis Hunter and the touch passes to Horn and all the different ways to get these guys the ball. If I'm a defense, I don't know if I got enough heads to cover all these cats. So you mix that with an offensive line that is just vastly improved from an attitude standpoint and a fucking coaching standpoint. I mean, Coach Lodehold has been coaching the shit out of these kids. I think that the sky's the limit, dog.
No, I agree. I mean,
we got a question here for you. Maybe you can help everybody answer this.
We're working on it. We're working on making a new website for Matt's whole new thing. We got to completely kind of overhaul it here, but once it's done, we'll be ready to go for the season. So
and we're sorry about that, but it's been a major pain in the ass for a long time, and Bailey's trying to fix it as fast as we can. So
no, we'll get it handled. Stay tuned, man. The merch will be all ready to go for season, so just stay tuned. Yeah, speaking of Colorado's run game, I mean, their offensive line's obviously vastly improved, or at least it seems like that on paper. Phil Lovel obviously is going to have a huge impact on that. I mean, in terms of the running backs, obviously Offerdahl's been there, but I mean, that spring ball, that kid Welch was making a lot of noise. And excuse this is a storm here, but the kid, I mean, that kid was making a lot of noise in spring ball. I kept on seeing tape of him like running people over. And I'm like, dang, this kid's young, but he runs tough. So we'll really see, who gets a lot, like you said, there might not be enough footballs for this running back committee this season.
Well, we need a lot of backs. You're going to need a variety of them. We need power backs. We need scat backs. We need guys that can catch the ball out of the backfield. If you're the University of Colorado with their up tempo, I'd imagine you want to run 80 plus plays a game, especially at altitude where you can really affect people with the thin air. And then if you can run the ball for 4 yards a clip, you understand that they have to move a safety into the box to stop the running game. And everybody's going to be one-on-one.